Now at 5, Webb City High School unveils its new $50,000 esports facility. Plus, there's a new electric vehicle charging station in Neosho, Missouri that officials hope will boost the local economy. And
I'm Jeff Nguyen in Maui, where officials are working to identify the names of the victims killed in the wildfires.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
when Webb City High School students return to school next week, they'll find 6 brand new classrooms, one of them a $50,000 esports edition. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. The room will be used not only for practicing esports, but also for classes like coding and programming. As the fall semester starts, the school will recruit students to join their team. They plan to compete in both regional and state tournaments. School officials also expect the facility to help students with their future.
Military and security areas use drones and a tremendous amount of the esports skills. The construction business, iron workers, there's a lot of that's done not unlike how you would play the esports games.
There's some soft skills. There's working with others to collaboratively get to a bigger goal. The opportunities and scholarship dollars that are available to our students through an esports program when they go off to college, there are some tremendous scholarships that are available.
According to the school district, 204 schools in Missouri are currently involved with esports. They also say because all the competitions are online, there's no need to travel. 4-staters considering getting electric vehicles now have a new charging option. Liberty Utilities today held a ribbon cutting for a new electric vehicle charging station. The chargers support any plug-in electric vehicle and offer 24/7 driver support and monitoring. This represents the first installation in Liberty's Ready to Charge program. The EV charging stations are in downtown Neosho for easy access to and from Interstate 49.
These are slower. They're not necessarily those fast charge in 15 or 20 minutes. So this does give folks some time to, walk the park, shop, eat, and really enjoy Neosho.
Liberty's Ready to Charge program launched in October of 2022. The Jasper and Newton Counties chapter of 100 Women Who Care donated $3,700 to the Area Agency on Aging. The money will go toward the Meals on Wheels program and fund much needed add-ons such as fresh produce, paper products, and other essentials. Currently, participants receive one meal with milk and bread.
That's not a lot when you're thinking about that. That's supposed to last them a week or two, a meal per day. So these add-ons are just going to be these little extra things that they need.
We just get together for 1 hour every quarter, listen to a charity, and vote on that charity, the one that tugs our hearts, and then we write a check and we're done.
100 Women Who Care donated more than $50,000 to local organizations since starting the Jasper and Newton Counties chapter. Nice weather out there. Let's check in with meteorologist Sam Lane.
You are right, Dow. It's a joy to bring this forecast as we've seen temperatures well below normal for this time of year. This afternoon, just a few clouds out there, some fair weather cumulus, especially off towards the east. This morning, lows were very pleasant, generally in the upper 50s to lower 60s across the area, and we're going to be in for more of that tonight. I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little bit later. We had highs this afternoon in the upper 70s to lower 80s. It's hard to believe this is the middle of August, and looking at this evening's temperatures, we're going to be dropping through the 70s all the way down to 56 degrees by tomorrow morning. So let's call it a cool night tonight, a wonderful Wednesday, and then a slow warm up. You knew it wouldn't last forever, and then an extended dry period. Of course, I'll have all the details on that in your forecast in just a bit.
See you soon. Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fonnie Willis is charging former President Donald Trump and 18 others with conspiring to overturn the 2020 presidential election in that state. Mr. Trump is facing 13 felony counts, including a violation of the RICO Act, which is a racketeering law commonly used against mob organizations. The former president called the charges a witch hunt and says he's working on his own report of election fraud in Georgia, which he claims will totally vindicate him. The death toll in Hawaii now stands at 99, following the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than a century. About 1,000 people remain unaccounted for, and crews have scoured only about a quarter of the search area so far. Reporter Jeff Nguyen has the latest from Maui.
1 week since flames destroyed the historic town of Lahaina,
It's gonna be okay.
survivors are struggling with trauma and loss.
I can't get my dog!
This couple was unable to save their family pet when the inferno broke out, but did their best to stay strong for their young daughter.
I don't think a 6-year-old should ever have to see what she saw, but she's resilient.
As the human death toll grows, members of the Hawaii National Guard have joined the search and recovery effort.
My dad's still there and he refuses to come out, but there's certain things that he still needs.
Authorities are working to confirm the identities of the victims they have found so far. It's been a full-scale effort to help survivors here on Maui. State and county officials relocated a donation drop-off site to the parking lot of the island's largest mall in place of 2 gymnasiums where school is set to start.
Whatever you need, you're going to get.
Speaking at an event in Milwaukee, President Biden addressed federal relief efforts.
Every asset they need, we'll be there for them. And we'll be there in Maui as long as it takes.
It's unclear whether downed power lines played a role in igniting the blaze. The exact cause of the wildfires is under investigation. Jeff Nguyen, CBS News, Maui, Hawaii.
The White House says conversations are underway to see whether a Biden trip to Maui is possible. Still ahead, bringing Fido along for a ride.
Traveling with pets exploded during the pandemic, and now there are even more perks for your furry friend to enjoy. I'm Wendy Gillette. I'll show you some of them.
And next in Health Watch, what new research from the American College of Cardiology shows about the importance of proper sleep. Topping today's Health Watch, a brain mapping project has shown individual brain changes are linked to mental health conditions like schizophrenia and depression. Researchers in Australia used new statistical techniques to analyze connections with mental health conditions. They found individuals with the same diagnoses often did not have the same brain deviations, which researchers said could explain differences in symptoms and treatment outcomes. The CDC recommends adults should get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per day. Now, new research from the American College of Cardiology tells us why, and we learned some simple sleep habits we can adopt to lengthen our lives. America has a growing sleep problem.
By 2018, a third of Americans slept lesser, and I guess now it's half of the people don't sleep enough.
Now the American College of Cardiology says poor sleep habits can shorten your life by as much as 5 years. Researchers found those who had healthy sleep habits were 21% less likely to die from heart disease, 19% less likely to die from cancer, and 30% less likely to die for any reason. So how can you sleep more to live longer? First, get enough sleep.
We have a prescription for 7 hours.
Not getting enough sleep not only increases your risk for health conditions like heart disease and diabetes, but it can also put you at a greater risk of being in a car crash by 33%. Experts also found taking prescribed sleep medications increased your risk for cancer by 35%. And a Canadian study says instead of sleeping pills, try cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, to fall asleep 9 to 30 minutes sooner. Healthy habits can
ensure that you're getting a good quality sleep and are at low risk for health problems.
The study from the American College of Cardiology also found healthy sleep habits affect men more than women. Men who adopted all 5 healthy sleep habits had their life expectancy expanded by 5 years. Women who had these sleep habits had their life expanded by only 2.5 years. A new study at Tulane University finds Black Americans are 54% more likely to die from heart disease than white Americans. Researchers looked at clinical, lifestyle, and social risk factors of more than 50,000 adults and found the racial disparity between black and white people disappeared when data was adjusted for conditions like food insecurity and lack of private health insurance. Lifestyle interventions to help people manage their type 2 diabetes also helped get them jobs. Researchers from USC and the University of Minnesota found a 4% increase in employment among study participants who had sessions with health and behavior experts to help manage their diabetes. Of those without a college degree, employment went up 7%. Researchers said the findings showed the long-term economic benefits of better lifestyle management. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, why a Montana judge sided with environmental activists in a first-of-its-kind trial.
And we've been tracking some really nice weather the last few days. I'll let you know how long it's going to last when we come back. Well, friends, it has been absolutely gorgeous the last couple of days with below normal temperatures. And of course, we also got some rainfall, so let's enjoy it while we can. Right now at Seneca, Missouri, at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort just outside of Seneca, Missouri. A beautiful day shaping up, just a few fair weather cumulus clouds out there and lots of blue skies. This morning, we were down to 60 degrees, which was way below the normals of 68. High normally this time of year is 91, but we only made it up to 79 today. And of course, we don't have to worry about those records. And looking for the month of August, so far we've had 3.8 inches of rain, which is 2¼ inches above normal. That's nice for a change, but we're still behind for the year by about 8 inches. Here's a look at the rainfall over the last couple of days. You can see quite a bit of rain, especially down in northeastern Oklahoma, along and south of I-44 is where most of it has fallen. There was one little swipe that went from Chanute down through Pittsburgh into the Joplin metro area. Unfortunately, out to the west for Chautauqua and Elk counties, they are on the dry side still, and so the drought continues for those folks. But look at these temperatures, upper 70s to lower 80s. Hard to believe it's mid-August with 85 in Sedan right now, 81 in Chautauqua, same thing in Miami, but 78 degrees currently up in Stockton. And here's one of the reasons why it's been so comfortable. Look at these dew points, low to mid 50s, and that's where we're headed tonight. This is kind of an early indication of what the lows are going to be tonight. So a very, very comfortable evening. In fact, on the dew point tracker, generally refreshing and pleasant out there with those lower dew points. Unfortunately, the rain chances are also going to remain low for the next 36 hours, and it's all because this ridge of high pressure that's been off to the west is going to slowly move towards the east, and as it does, the heat and the humidity is going to start coming back into our forecast, and unfortunately it's going to park itself right over the 4 states for a long period of time. So we're going to be looking at dry weather for several days in a row. But this evening, wow, look at these lows. Mid 50s tonight, maybe some upper 50s out towards the west with light north winds. Open up the windows, enjoy it. And then tomorrow, another beautiful day with temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Certainly unusual for mid-August. And then as we go into Thursday morning, temperatures will be starting to warm into the mid-60s. And then Thursday afternoon, a few clouds around with highs getting closer to normal, with highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s with westerly winds. And then Friday morning, we'll start to see lows generally in the upper 60s across the area, and also the humidity coming back just a little bit. Over the next 7 days, hardly a drop to be found over the next several days. And unfortunately, you knew it was too good to last, Dow, with temperatures getting close to 100 as we head towards the weekend. But I think we're going to be below 100 degrees because of all the rainfall that we've had. The evapotranspiration is going to help us out a little bit, and then maybe some storms late next week.
Being below 100, even if it's just a little bit, does help a bit.
Just a little. We'll take it.
You bet. Thanks, Sam. In a first-of-its-kind trial, a Montana state judge ruled in favor of 16 young environmental activists this week. The judge said Montana's government has not been upholding its state constitutional obligation to provide a clean and healthy environment. The young plaintiffs argued that they were being harmed by wildfire smoke, excessive heat, and other climate change issues.
I hope that because Judge Seeley ruled our current energy policy unconstitutional, that we might be able to construct an energy policy that's more in line with Montana's goals and constitution.
Montana's state policy prevents agencies from looking at greenhouse gas emissions when evaluating fossil fuel permits, something the judge ruled as unconstitutional. But it's unclear if there will be any changes because it's up to Montana's Republican-controlled legislature to create new policies, and the state attorney general's office says it's going to appeal that ruling. Coming up, how more and more hotels are making it easier for people to travel with their pets. Topping today's Consumer Watch, President Biden is urging the 3 big U.S. automakers and the United Auto Workers Union to work together toward a fair agreement to avoid a strike. The current contract is set to expire in a month. In his statement, the president also said companies should offer good-paying jobs and that steps should be taken to avoid painful plant closures. UBS has agreed to pay $1.4 billion to settle a lawsuit with the Department of Justice. The U.S. accused the Swiss lender of defrauding investors in its sale of risky mortgage-backed securities in the lead up to the 2008 financial crisis. Justice Department officials say the payout is, quote, a warning to other players in the financial markets who seek to unlawfully profit through fraud. That will hold them accountable no matter how long it takes. National Dog Day is next weekend. Traveling with Fido has become much more common since the pandemic. Wendy Gillette reports from New York on how hotels are giving more pet perks.
Let's go. Norman and Stanley recently checked into Lowe's Hollywood Hotel in Los Angeles, luxuriating in views of the Hollywood Hills, new doggy bowls, and other hotel gifts.
We've had dog room service, and everybody has just been very welcoming for the dogs. They've been treated like royalty.
The brand offers the same VIP treatment across all of its hotels through its Lowe's Loves Pets program.
They'll be treated like you will be treated, like a superstar.
A recent survey found 78% of pet owners got animals during the pandemic, and another survey shows 55% plan to travel with them. Just down the road at the Kimpton Everly Hollywood, one of the hotels where we stayed for a special rate, pets get their own plush bed, colorful cookies, and a dog curry to toast along with their people.
Dog, cat, hamster, guinea pig, a peacock, whatever it is, they're welcomed here.
There are also plenty of pet-friendly options on the East Coast, like Crowne Plaza HY36 in New York City, which has large rooms for animals to run around, and pup packages at check-in that include gourmet treats and a MetroCard squeak toy.
Hello, Artemis.
Yvonne Wonder is taking advantage of the spike in pet travel with her national pet and child sitting business, Destination Sitters.
Our business is booming. I mean, there are so many more pet-friendly hotels.
Ready to make sure your pet gets an escape from that dog-eat-dog world. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
At hotels that are not so pet-friendly, the pet app Rover finds about 10% of travelers have tried to sneak in their furry friend by hiding them in their luggage. Probably wouldn't work with those Great Danes. More Americans are turning their backs on broadcast and cable TV. For the first time ever, combined broadcast and cable made up less than 50% of all TV viewing. That's according to the July Nielsen ratings. Breaking it down, broadcast viewership made up just 20%, with cable making up just under a third of the audience. Meanwhile, streaming services grew to a record high of nearly 39% of all TV watching. A final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, an interview with a Maui restaurant and hotel owner whose businesses were destroyed by that wildfire. Then on KOAM News at 6, Joplin police ask for the public's help identifying an armed robber. Plus, we're going to have more on the brand new esports facility at Webb City High School. And as Kansas high schools begin their first week of football practice, we're going to hear from the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Hey, if you're ever on the go and you still want to be able to watch our newscast live, it's real simple. Do what a lot of people do. You don't even need a TV. You just download the KOAM Plus app. It's available free of charge on the Apple and Google Play stores, as well as Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Just search for KOAM Plus. You can do it right now. Great night to get outside. Beautiful weather
Absolutely
out there.
Gorgeous weather. You know, Mother Nature, I think, is teasing us with some fall-like temperatures tonight. But then summer's going to be coming back as we head towards the summer, or this weekend, I should say, with temperatures close to 100 degrees. But we desperately need some more rainfall, especially in southeastern Kansas. But we're going to be a long stretch of period here of no precipitation. So hopefully that will change.
Yeah, because it'll dry things out
Absolutely.
pretty quickly. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. See you then. Let's make it a great evening.